This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports Postcasts we do. We also do the Locked On Warriors Postcast, and we do the Locked On 49ers Squad Show with four-time Super Bowl champion Dwayne Board and Brian Peacock. So make sure you're checking that out every 49ers postgame and once during the week for the entire NFL season. But today, the Giants showed you who they really are after an 11-1 beatdown by the Baltimore Orioles ended their six-game win streak. Willy Adames got things going early for the Giants with the solo home run to give them a 1-0 lead, but the Orioles posted three separate innings of three or more runs, far more than the lackluster Giants offense was able to muster today. And Carson Seymour got the start in this one, but showed you why. He's just much better out of the bullpen. Profile's much better out of the bullpen, at least right now as a pitcher. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. Make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, does a great job. And as I said, this one, like the lone offensive highlight for the Giants today came early on. This felt like what baseball for the Giants felt like pre this six-game win streak. You know, the Giants got that early run with the Willy Adames home run in the bottom of the first, his 25th of the year, 102 miles an hour off the bat, 381 feet to left center field, and he got a fastball right down the middle of the plate, didn't miss it, hit that bad pitch, which is good because the Giants early on in the season, we're seeing a lot more meatballs, like the meatball percentage that you see on StatCast. I mean, the Giants were getting a ton of meatballs, and they weren't swinging at them. Like, so they're getting all these pitches right down the middle, and they're watching them. Or when they did swing them, they swing at them, they weren't hitting them, and that's concerning when you miss pitches right down the middle. A lot of that I feel like is probably attributed to just one guy, not just one guy, but Jung-Hoo Lee was a main culprit in this for a large part of the year. He was missing stuff right down the middle of the plate. But in this one, Willy Adames gets one right down the middle, belt high, and just cranked that baseball out of Oracle Park. And Adames, his 25th home run of the year. Let's just go ahead and give him today's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And there wasn't much to choose from for the player of the game today. I mean, 5 total hits for the Giants and 1 run. Maybe the one swing of the bat that generates the 1 run gets the player of the game. But it's kind of a bummer when the pickings are so slim. Fresh off of a 15-run day, the Giants come back out here and just lay an egg offensively. It would have been nice to see them continue to turn that corner offensively, something we've been looking for all season long from this offense. But Willy Adames has absolutely turned a corner. In the month of August, he has hit a lot more home runs. This is his 9th home run in the month of August. He had 7 in the month of July, and then prior to that, he only had 4 in June, 3 in May, and 2 in all of April. So as the season has gone on, Willy Adames has gotten stronger, and this is how he profiles. Just in general, this is how each and every one of his major league seasons has gone. As the season progresses, he gets better. So Willy Adames continuing to get better, and he's only 5 home runs shy of that magic number 30, which for every Giants fan, we all know the last time a San Francisco Giant hit 30 home runs in a single season was Barry Bonds in 2004. We've all heard the stat just countless times over the years. So over 20 years since the Giants last had a guy to put 30 balls over the wall. And it looks like Willy Adames might be able to do that. Obviously, Rafi Devers is going to hit that number as well. But the difference is Devers, who has 27 home runs this year, hit a large portion of those with the Red Sox, not very many of those with the Giants. So if they're not all coming off of the bat of a guy wearing a Giants uniform for every single one of those home runs, they are not counting on this record, in my opinion. So if Willy doesn't break it, then we still have that curse of Barry Bonds hanging over the franchise. Rafi breaking the record for spending half the season with San Francisco doesn't do it for me. I'm going to need Willy Adames to hit 5 home runs in the final month of the season. I'm going to need him to hit at least 5 in the month of September so we can get to that 30 mark, and we can just all stop talking about this, man. I'm so tired of every single year. It's the same 2 damn things that I hear on MLB Network about the Giants. Are the Giants going to get a 30 home run hitter finally? And are the Giants going to have a different opening day left fielder? The two stats that everyone likes to point out as some of the weirdest stats in all of baseball. I don't think they're that weird, man. If you've watched the Giants, you know that they leaned heavily into pitching and defense during the 2010s and during those runs after Barry Bonds left the building. So, I mean, it's not that surprising to me, but I am tired of hearing about it. So I would like Willy Adames to be able to get to that 30 mark, to be able to put this all to rest, and we can just all kind of collectively issue Willy Adames like maybe an apology. Maybe apology is too strong, but he's a lot of Giants fans at the beginning of the year were not thrilled with what this guy was doing. And I get it. Offensively, he was leaving a lot to be desired. He batted .219 in the month of April in his first month with the team. Second month with the team in the month of May, he batted .206. So, I mean, I get why people are a little bit out on him. The month of August, by the way, he's only batted .194. But those 8 home runs, man, he's showing you he's still got power in the tank. And in last month, in the month of July, was his best month of the season, batted .337, and was really just tearing the cover off the ball. All OPS over 1,000. So, I mean, Willy Adames goes through these hot streaks. We know that's what he does. The second half of the season is when this guy historically heats up, and it's when he's going to continue to play well throughout his duration with the San Francisco Giants. We got to, kind of be knowledgeable about what these guys are going to do, right? What time of year? Everyone's different. Different guys turn it on at different times of the year. And we remember Tim Lincecum was a notoriously slow starter out of the gates when the season started. So Tim Lincecum needed some time to adjust. Willy Adames has a long way to go before he has that much goodwill in the hearts of Giants fans to earn that easy ramp up that he likes to kind of have throughout the season. But ultimately, I think that this has been a success to sign this guy for this season. I mean, it's not just this year as well. Like, the contract is massive. We all know this. He's going to be the shortstop of the foreseeable future. But I'm not disappointed with the season that he's having. Yeah, do I wish his batting average was a little bit higher? I do. But 230 and 25 plus home runs from your shortstop, I'll take that, man, especially because the defense has come a long way with Willy at shortstop from where it was at the beginning of the year. He looks a lot more comfortable in this infield with his with Matt Chapman as his running mate on the left side of the infield. They look like they're comfortable out there, and that's the biggest thing. Willy Adames getting comfortable with the Giants, and Rafi Devers, he didn't look super comfortable at the plate today, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but he is a guy who also looks a lot more comfortable with the Giants. And going into next season, those are 2 big keys, man. Like, I need Willy and Rafi to be ready at the start of next year. I need both of these guys to be not take half the season to get settled in San Francisco, and hopefully having this 1 year under their belts, having their feet on the ground here in San Francisco, and feeling a little more a part of the community. Hopefully that helps them, translates to some success on the baseball field. So the Giants today, no, not a lot of success on the baseball field, but Willy Adames gives you your lone bright spot with his 1 home run in the bottom of the first, a solo shot, and the only thing the Giants had going for them all day long. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, 6 left on base. That's the San Francisco Giants that we all know and just love to be tortured by. And unfortunately, we don't love the Giants scoring 1 run, but that's kind of what this offense really is. I mean, we've seen them be so inconsistent all year long that this is just a hallmark of this team. You score 15 runs one day, come back out and score 1 the next. That's just who the Giants are. They lose to the Orioles, who are improve to 61 and 75, 14 games under 500. The Giants fall down to 67 and 69 with the loss. So one more game against the Orioles. You get the rubber match tomorrow, and I swear to God, you better beat this team. You cannot come out here and lose a series to the Orioles after you sweep the Cubs and you beat the Brewers in a 3-game series. You cannot come back out here and lose to the damn Orioles in a 3-game series. That would just be the most Giants thing possible. This team has been so up and down this season, so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and plays to the level of their competition all year long. That's exactly who they've been. And that's the sign of a team who's honestly about 500. Like that's the sign of every 500 team, is that they kind of play to the level of their competition, and they're inconsistent as hell. And that's exactly what the Giants are. And that's what I expect them to be for the rest of this season. Don't go anywhere. We got to talk about Carson Seymour's day on the bump. He got the start. The tall, big guy, young kid, and he had a rough day out there. He lasted about 60 pitches. We'll get into it next here on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by Upside. Hey, Locked On Giants fans, are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code FOOTBALL and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. You could make up to $300 a year just from buying the gas you already needed. At first, I thought it was too good to be true, but it's totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app today and use my limited time promo code FOOTBALL for a limited time 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code FOOTBALL. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions. And today's show is also sponsored by Monarch Money. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's their 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. The worst thing that you can do, and that's why there is Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is just for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you, and you can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, and get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. And if you listen to the show, you probably just kind of get a vibe that Triple E is not a spreadsheet guy. Triple E is not a numbers guy. I tell people all the time, I got my degree in words, not numbers, and they're hard for me, man. Like keeping track of it all. I always end up making mistakes with things like this, and that is so stressful when trying to manage your money. Monarch, you get to just have that peace of mind that they are going to do it the right way. So don't let the financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today the Giants get shelled by the Orioles, a beatdown by Baltimore. 11-1 is your final from Oracle Park. Carson Seymour got the start in this one, and Carson Seymour got knocked around in this one. He did not look very good out there. 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, walked a couple guys, and gave up 2 bombs. And so in that third inning was really the damaging inning for him. He gave up 2 separate 2-run jacks in that third after a relatively okay start to the game. I mean, he did give up some extra base hits early on, but then in the 4th inning, for me, that's really when things got a little out of control for the Giants in this one. It was after Seymour exited this game, but in that 4th inning, that was when we got to today's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And big rookie sensation, the Orioles' #1 prospect in their farm, Samuel Basallo, home run, his first big league shot of his career in the top of the 4th inning, right after Tristan Beck comes in to replace Carson Seymour. And it was the first pitch of the at-bat, and it was not a bad one, man. I mean, the curveball hung there a little bit, but it was low and away, and it did not catch a ton of the plate. He went down and got it, man. He absolutely killed that ball to left center field, 103 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, that was a very good looking swing. And more importantly for Giants fans, it's a sign of the future for the Baltimore Orioles. And this kid is going to be the Orioles catcher on opening day next season. I firmly believe he's going to be, which means what the hell are the Orioles going to do with Adley Rutschman? And this is a guy, obviously, that Giants fans have coveted for a long time. I mean, he could have been the heir apparent to Buster Posey. It's a guy that I feel like a lot of Giants fans constantly compared Joey Bart to, whether fair or unfair. I felt like that happened a lot while Joey was still here with the Giants. And Rutschman, I know he's had a bad offensive season, and the Giants need an upgrade offensively at catcher. Absolutely. If Pat Bailey is going to continue to do what he's been doing this season, I think the Giants need to bring someone in at the start of next season to compete for the starting role with him. And I can't think of anyone better for the Giants to go target at that position than Adley Rutschman. I mean, it would be a little tough to get him. He's obviously, there's going to be a ton of other teams that are in the market for a catcher like that. I mean, he has a down year offensively, but you've seen what he can do in the past. A former Silver Slugger, he is the real deal back there behind the dish, and he plays a great defense at catcher. So you're not going to lose a lot defensively because Pat Bailey is the best defensive catcher in all of baseball, for at least what my eyes tell me he is. And I would hate to lose Pat Bailey's command of this pitching rotation. I think he calls a great game back there. And I think that guys pitch better when Pat Bailey is behind the dish as opposed to pretty much any other catcher we've seen in the Giants in Pat Bailey's tenure with the Giants. So I would hate to see him go for his command of the pitching staff, but there are more important things. And right now, you cannot have a guy batting 200 all season long as your everyday catcher. It just can't happen. You have too many automatic outs in the lineup. Rutschman is going to be a gettable guy, and there's going to be other teams in the market. So this home run, not only was it a big moment in this in this game, because I felt that kind of signified, it was a 3-run game before that, made it a 4-run game, and it didn't really feel like it was going to, the bullpen was going to hold it down today the way that they have in recent weeks as soon as that ball left Basalo's bat. So, but it wasn't just that, right? It was a sign of what might be the future for the Baltimore Orioles, which means Adley Rutschman would be on the outside looking in. I could not help myself but think about anything but that situation as Basalo launched that home run. So Giants are going to have an opportunity next year to go get Rutschman, and they absolutely should. And it should not be the only guy that they go out and target. So a lot of free agents that are worth targeting, top end free agents next year that the Giants should look at. And one of them, starting right field, Kyle Tucker. He's going to be a free agent if he doesn't re-sign with the Cubs. And I mean, he's going to be obviously getting a deal probably around $400 million, maybe even more. That might be a little rich for the Giants, but they have shown in obviously last season that they're willing to go out and bid for these players. And they've been doing this. They've been outbid in certain situations or in other cases, like with Aaron Judge and others, they've reportedly offered just as much as other teams, but guys haven't wanted to come here. So we'll see if Kyle Tucker's situation is any different. I think if he does leave the Cubs, ultimately, I think that the Giants would be a good landing spot for him. Who knows if he actually will leave the Cubs or re-sign there. I think that he probably, at the end of the day, does re-sign with the Cubs. So that would be tough for the Giants to go out and get him. But he's not the only one that should be available. I mean, I saw earlier in the show, my guy Jerry saying, Buster, we need more pitching for next year. And absolutely. And there are several guys that the Giants can go out there and target. Framber Valdez, maybe you can go out and get him. He's going to be a little rich, I think, again, for the Giants' blood. And he's also 32 years old. So maybe you don't go out and try for Framber, but you got a bunch of other options. Michael King for the Padres might end up being back with the Padres at age 30, but he would be a good guy for the Giants to go after. Another Padres pitcher, Dylan Cease, could be a guy for the Giants to go after, even though he's had a lackluster season. I think that could maybe bring down the price on Dylan Cease, and he would be a good fit with the Giants. It wouldn't be the first time that we've heard a connection with Dylan Cease to the Giants, and I think that would be a good thing for them to pursue. You also could maybe go for Ranger Suarez, a lefty from the Phillies, also 30 years old, and he's not going to be a number one for your rotation, but the Giants don't need a number one. They obviously got Webby as that ace, but Suarez could be a really nice top end of the rotation guy. I mean, he could be that third guy that you need alongside Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, and then who knows if Landon Roop is going to look the same when he finally comes back from his injury stint. I mean, poor Landon Roop just has had the worst luck in the second half of the season. One of the most consistent guys for the Giants all year long, and just can't get on the bump in the second half. So hopefully he's good to go when he comes back and just slides in next season at the beginning to right where he left off this year before the injuries. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, the Giants got a lot of work to do in the offseason, and I think that's what you're going to be talking about after this one.
this is what you'll be talking about.
And obviously they need some help next season because you're watching Carson Seymour struggle through those 3 innings out there. And the entire time he's on the bump, I'm thinking to myself, this guy's a bullpen pitcher. He's got basically right now like one good pitch. It's his sinker. And then everything else that comes after that, it's not as great as you want it to be. And maybe he gets there. I mean, the slider, it's got some life to it. I mean, he's getting good swings and misses on it. But ultimately, Seymour, I don't see. I feel like you need at least 3 pitches, 3 or 2. You guaranteed need 2 pitches to be an effective starting pitcher in Major League Baseball today. It helps to have a third one. Helps a lot to have a third one. And I just don't see Seymour as that type of guy right now. I am high on the velo that he's got. I think the velo is nice, but I would like him to be able to develop a secondary pitch. I think that's going to be key for him, being able to make that transition from bullpen to starter. And as my guy Tim is saying in the comments right now, Seymour needs to go back to AAA. I think he could definitely use some time down in AAA to work on some of these things and get some more starts down there before starting more games for the San Francisco Giants. But the problem is, Tim, the Giants don't have anybody to start damn games right now because Hayden Birdsong's still not looking that great down in AAA. I don't know if he's going to get back up with the club by the end of the season. You got Landon Roop injured. You got Justin Verlander being an old man. You got all sorts of stuff going on with this Giants starting pitching staff. Robbie Ray now has a blister, so who knows if he's going to be ready for his next start. Right now, it's feeling like Logan Webb versus the world as far as this Giants pitching staff goes. And Carson Seymour is just a guy to go out there and be a sacrificial lamb, eat some innings. And that's exactly what he was today. It's exactly what Tristan Beck was today. It's exactly what Matt Gage was today. It was not a good day to be a San Francisco Giants pitcher. I mean, we had Christian Koss pitching in this one. I mean, come on, man. Position player pitching, it's never good for your team when you got a second baseman closing out the game. So the Giants get killed in this one, 11-1 by the Baltimore Orioles, by the 14 games under 500 Baltimore Orioles, mind you. So back down to earth for the Giants. They show you who they really are today. It was a nice 6-game win streak while it lasted, but all good things must come to an end, and that came to an end for the Giants today. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's all the time we got for you guys today. We'll be coming to you live after the rubber match tomorrow, which the Giants better win, man, because I cannot stand how bad this team is when they play really bad teams. I'm so tired of them playing down to their competition after losing a series to the Baltimore Orioles, who are this bad. Would be pretty on brand for the Giants after sweeping the Chicago Cubs and taking a series from the Milwaukee Brewers, who are the top 2 teams in the National League. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Either way, we're coming to you live as we always do on the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you then. Peace.